Okay, I'm live again. Got some technical difficulties going on. Look, I said already. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got to get this right, y'all. This is the 25th anniversary, y'all. I refuse to let this happen. No, ma'am. We cannot have this happen. Okay, let's see, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here. She's here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Miss Coko!
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties. I apologize.
It's okay.
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
Doing good.
You doing good? You look so beautiful today.
Thank
I'm
you.
about to say yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, I want to introduce myself. My name is Chastity Buckley. I'm the host of Midnight Love Edition, the homage to Midnight Love BET. And I want to introduce you. I have to, baby, I have to give all my roses, my flowers, everything. This is the 28-year veteran, two-time Grammy nominated, Soul Train Lady of Soul recipient. Two times, yes, ma'am. Two times Grammy nominated, yes, ma'am. And the 1/3 of iconic group of my family's favorite group in Louisiana, the S to the SWV Ms. Coko. Yes, Miss Coko.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I just had to introduce you and your roses. I'm here to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Waiting to Excel soundtrack that I'm so excited. One of my mother's favorite soundtracks of my lifetime that I grew up listening to when I was 6. I went to go to the movies to go see Waiting to Excel.
Oh, Lord.
But you know what? It changed my life, and I'm just so blessed today. Well, before we start our interview, I want to play a game with you called Flavors of Coko.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Flavors of Coko. So I did little 6 little questions for you because I know you were born in the month of June, so I wanted to kind of represent for you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So my first Flavors of Coko is like 2 choices. You get to pick one or the other.
Okay.
So is it gonna be, my first one is Whitney Houston or Patti LaBelle?
Oh, why would you do that? Oh, gosh. Oh, that's not fair. I hate doing stuff like this.
I mean, you can pick both if you want to pick both.
I'm going to have to go with both of them.
Okay, I figured that. I figured you want, because I know how much you love Patti LaBelle, and I know that's your girl. So I mean,
I love Patty. I love them for different reasons. I love Patty because of her range, and I love Whitney because of the power in her voice. So yeah, combine them two together.
Yes. I think you are, because I mean, Ms. Coko, you have the powerhouse of a voice that we love and we admire. I'm from Louisiana, so my family, we bow down to SWV. We love y'all to death. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I'm just beyond excited. So my second flavors of Coko is Divorce Diva or Shady.
I think Divorce Diva.
Divorce Diva? Yeah. Well, you know, Ms. Coko, I got a surprise for you. Do you know I'm wearing one of your makeup lines today?
Which one is that?
I'm wearing Divorce Diva today, honey. I'm representing for you today, honey. I said I had to represent. I was like, hold up. When I see your makeup line, I'm a makeup girl, so me growing up, like my mom, she was like a makeup fiend, so I was like, I looked up to her all the time. So with makeup, I said, honey, I got to represent. When I see you had a makeup line, I said, I had to get Divorce Diva. So this is Divorce Diva on my lip that I'm wearing right now.
Yes. Okay, I like that.
Yes, ma'am. And I like Shady too, so I'm gonna have to get some more the makeup lines. But it is so great for the lip, guys. So support Miss Coko, guys. She has.
Thank you.
The name of the company, is it Now?
Yes.
Okay, it's a Now. So guys, if you want to go on Coco's page in Now, they have her makeup collection called the Coko Collection, and you can definitely get your collection from it now.
Thank you.
I had to represent for you, honey. I was like, look, I love me some makeup, and I'm like, baby, I'm gonna bust this divorce. Diva, I never been divorced, so I'm like,
okay,
look.
And I hope that you never have to go through it. So.
No, ma'am. Look, I hope don't.
Yes.
Okay, so my third one. So yes, ma'am. My third one, Miss Coko. I have a third one. This is gonna be a little tough. I don't know if you wanna. Don't get mad at me.
All right.
But you know, I know you love these super producers. So the ones I got picking for you is Brian Morgan or Babyface.
I'm gonna have to go with Brian Morgan.
I knew it. I mean, he was the guy that really just opened the doors for SWV. How do you feel like Brian working now, his legacy is still relevant to this day?
Well, Brian. He didn't open the doors for us. We opened the doors for each other because no one knew who Brian was. No one knew who SWV was either. And so it was just something about our chemistry with him. And for me personally, I had the voice. He just showed me what to do with it. So I gotta always give respect to him.
Yes, I agree 100%. At first I thought he was gonna pick both, but I was like Brian Morgan because I know he was like the follower of all y'all careers.
Yeah, so Brian is more personal to me, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fourth one we have Miss Jersey or Sir Bronx.
Oh no, I can't pick between my kids.
I know how much you love your puppy, so that's why I was like, I don't know if you gonna pick one of them, but I love both of them.
Yeah, both of them, both of my babies. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so now the fifth one we have, now these are for the two soundtracks that you and your group was in. So I don't know if you're going to remember this, but Above the Rim or Waiting to Excel.
I'm gonna have to say Above the Rim because Anything was a big song for us.
That's my jam. That is my jam. I remember, I'm gonna be honest, Ms. Coko, like I learned about y'all when I was like 7 years old in 1997. So the first time I heard about y'all was on your third album release, Intention. So I was really excited. So when people honor y'all back in the day in BET when they used to do those top 20 countdowns, I remember this song called Anything, and I was like, this song is popping. I was like, yes, I have to bump this. So
yeah,
I love the remix. I love the remix, and I love the slow jam too. But I love the remix.
Yes. We don't get to sing that often, so yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And so my last one, the last flavors of Coko, is it gonna be Week or Rain?
I guess I gotta go with Week.
Yep. That is everybody's favorite song. I love Rain, but I love something about Week, just something to the heart and soul. Yeah. I just love Week.
Week was our first crossover song, so that's the song that took us all over the world and still does. So I have to give it to Week.
I love Week, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my family, my cousin, she's a diehard fan of y'all, and she called y'all sisters with real hair. So so. For y'all, like back in the day, my cousin, she was like, they sisters with real hair. So my cousin just adored and admired y'all so much, and they looked up to y'all back in high school. Now they're in their 40s. So, I mean, for them, yes, ma'am, when I looked up
we had the real hair. Now we sisters with weaves and wigs.
Look, baby, I got the weaves too. Look, I'll bust a little bob every now and then. So, trust and believe. I love y'all so much, and my family, they are just, like, diehard fans of y'all, and, like, for real, y'all really, really stood for the girls who really, really just came around and just really were just authentic, and that's what I love about y'all.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're going to start on our interview, Ms. Coko.
Okay.
And we are today celebrating the 25th anniversary of the iconic soundtrack of my life, everybody's life, the Waiting to Excel soundtrack. I am beyond excited. So before we do get to that, I wanted to ask you, because I kind of do a mental check-in with all my guests that come in my Midnight Love Edition, and I want to ask you how you've been dealing since the pandemic has happened.
I am enjoying being at home.
Yeah? Wow.
I think I'm enjoying it a little bit too much. Yeah. I get tired of traveling a lot. So, I get to spend time with my son and hang out with some of my friends that live here in Virginia. So I'm just chilling out, really. Just relaxing.
So you just like relaxing. So has it like, I have to be honest with you, do you miss like going on stage and seeing your fans and stuff?
I see my fans. I can go online and see my fans. I miss going on stage, but not really. You know, I don't miss the hustle and bustle of it all.
Right.
So like, if I can just step on stage from my bedroom and then step back up into my bedroom, I would be good. But the stage part, I always miss that. 'Cause I love my fans. So yeah.
Definitely, for sure. I definitely want to do that because I always want to make sure that, during this time since the pandemic has happened, it's really changed a lot of us on how we are. And I think music is the healing place for everything. So just being at home, it is a comfort for everybody that, hasn't, been out and about or just trying to do things. But now I think sometimes when you have to sit in and just understand, of what life really means to you, that really can, make you change your whole outlook on everything.
Absolutely.
So,
I haven't really been singing much, but Yeah, I've been enjoying myself.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so now so now we're going to start our interview with the Wait to Excel soundtrack. So you're coming off the classic soundtrack of the Above the Rim in 1994, which is just so iconic that people love anything remix. And then you also was coming off the Panther soundtrack in 1995. So now you're coming with that, and now you're transitioning to a whole new soundtrack. So I wanted to ask you, in 1995, when you first heard about the movie Wait to Excel, what was your reaction and how did you feel about the movie when it first came out?
When the movie came out, or
the soundtrack?
After we had done it already?
I think so. Did y'all do the soundtrack correct?
Yeah. Say that one more time.
I was asking, like, with the movie based off the book Terry McMillan, like, how did you feel when you were starting the process of?
Oh, I loved it because I had already read the book. So when I heard they were doing a movie, I was really excited about that. I'm a reader, so yeah, I was excited about the movie. I don't think we didn't know at the time that we were going to be on a soundtrack, but I was just excited about the movie because the book was so good. Yeah, my mom, she had the book, her and her friend. So when they had the book, girl, they would just talk about this movie. You know, I was 6 years old. I didn't understand what that book meant to, you know, a lot of black women. But, girl, I was just like, what is it? Wait to Excel? I was so confused. Yeah. So they did a really good job with the movie because a lot of times when you read the book, it's just the book, of course, has much more. And they have to cut out a lot for the movie. But it was really good. They did a good job with that.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And that's why I was like, you know, you coming off of Above the Rim, and now you coming to Panther, now to Wait to Excel, and then this book just comes and transitions into a movie. I know that was just amazing.
But the book was first.
The book was first, yes. The book was first. And then once the book was just so iconic and big, you know, it just transitioned into this movie that just started with Whitney Houston and Angela Bassett and Layla Rashawn and Loretta Devine. So that one right there, just seeing us in a film for the first time, I know that had to be big for y'all.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And to be a part of it was even more amazing.
That's amazing. So I wanted to ask you about, you know, the soundtrack and everything and just talk about the process of making. So how did you feel when you heard that Whitney Houston was the one that was making the final pick for the soundtrack, and how did you feel that your group was on the final soundtrack?
I've never heard that.
Yes. Babyface, and this year in the 25th anniversary, Babyface, they had, when he did the 25th anniversary of the celebration, he talked about that him and Whitney, they came up together with a list. So the list, they would come up with women they wanted on the soundtrack, and pretty much with that, they wanted to, you know, make sure, you know, who they wanted on the soundtrack. So with that, you know, Babyface had the list, but Whitney had the final say-so. When she had the final say-so, she picked y'all with the ladies, you know, or the Way to Excel soundtrack. So how do you feel that, you know, you were one of the ones that she picked from your group?
Oh, of course I feel good.
Yes.
Of course, you know, I was I still am a huge Whitney Houston fan. Growing up, you know, that's who I looked up to. And so to hear that now, you know, I've met her, I've known her a little bit, and she was always very kind. So to know that she picked SWV, that really makes me feel good.
Yeah, and I remember you said that in one of your interviews that Whitney was, when you first met her, she was like, I guess y'all beat her one time on the chart.
Yeah, she said, I want to meet these girls. I was like, oh God. Yeah, so she was so sweet. She was really nice, down to earth, and I feel good just knowing that she picked SWV.
That is so sweet. I keep hearing so many beautiful things about Whitney Houston, how sweet she was. I heard she had a little sass in her too. I was like,
she had some sass. She definitely let you know what time it is.
Oh yes, I can believe that's my Leo sister. So we Leos, and I understand, baby.
Yeah.
She ain't no joke.
Not at all.
Yes, ma'am. But I think that's just beautiful how the way that Whitney and Babyface really did pick their group. I mean, you just come off weak, and then you're coming off of anything remix, and now you're coming off this all female black cast of the soundtrack. That was huge in its own right. So
absolutely,
during the soundtrack, how did it feel to be a part of the first all black female soundtrack based off the book Wait to Excel? Like, how did it feel to be a part of that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I was even thinking about that. Like at that moment, I was pregnant. I was about 7-8 months pregnant. So for me, that wasn't like really important to me at that time. I was just trying to have this baby that was kicking my butt.
Oh, so you were pregnant with your son Tracy?
I was pregnant. Yes, I was pregnant with Tracy when
Oh,
I was about 7 or 8 months when I recorded the song. So
oh
I'm like
wow.
big as a house, feet swollen. I'm just swollen, but I'm in there doing this song, with
Mm.
face. I was like, oh, I want to get out of here, but I have a job to do.
He
I have
talked
a
about,
job to do.
yes, well, he talked about in the live when he was celebrating the anniversary for the 25th anniversary of. He said you and the group, y'all sounded so amazing. So he didn't even say y'all was pregnant. So that is new to me. Like he was
I
saying
was
y'all, you were pregnant. I'm sorry, you were pregnant. I apologize. You were pregnant,
I
and
was
he said y'all were amazing.
I was big.
Wow.
Yes. And I
Wow.
had my baby. I had Tracy a couple months later, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I would have never known. I
Yeah.
would have never known. I mean, like I said, y'all had pregnancy well because, like I said, with Whitney, I didn't even know when I was loving when she was pregnant. I was like, she was pregnant.
No, I mean, well, see, you got to remember back then we didn't have social media.
That's
So
true.
the pictures, they weren't posted. But if you pay attention to the picture that they did choose, I look different.
Mhm.
I look really fat. I'm pregnant in the picture.
Oh.
I am huge in this picture. I was really big. I hid it for as long as I could, but then I couldn't hide it anymore. So
Right.
yeah, I was big. He was just sitting up here, and I was having a hard time breathing, but I took my time and I worked through the song.
Right. But y'all did an amazing job, and I love Lily and Todd, and shout out to them as well for being on that classic soundtrack. And I know during 1995, how was the process on working on All Night Long with Babyface for the soundtrack? And was it for your group's first time working? Was it your group's first time working with Babyface at the time when y'all get ready to do the soundtrack?
Yeah, it was our first time working with him. Like I
So it
said,
was.
yeah, I was pregnant, so
Mm-hmm.
I just had to work through some things because of me being pregnant, 7, 8 months pregnant with my breathing and making sure that I was good, and my feet were swollen and everything like that. I remember my mother being there with me, and so just making sure I was good. But
Mm.
it turned out better than I was expecting because I was like, Lord.
And it's amazing because, like, for me, I never even expected, because I remember All Night Long in the movie, in the scene with Leon and Layla Rashawn. Girl, I went
Right.
to go to the. Yes, I remember that went to go to the movies, and baby, the women went crazy over Leon. I didn't know who Leon was, so I was like, okay.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I remember that I kind of sing, and I remember that your voice. I mean, y'all were just talented. I was like,
Yeah,
wow, I
because
was
I
enamored.
went to they didn't tell us where in the movie our song would be.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to see the movie, um, and the song comes up, I start screaming.
Yes, ma'am. And then it was on there when Leon. So Leon, girl, when I went at 6 years old, I didn't know why the woman was screaming, but when he came on the screen, they went
I was
crazy.
just screaming because I was proud of SWV.
Right. Okay. See,
Now,
exactly. You weren't there for the Leon.
I didn't know where we were coming up, so it was like it just caught me off guard. I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Oh, I think that's amazing. So I mean, like I said, you working with Babyface. I mean, at that time he was just big. I mean, working on from The Bodyguard and all these other
Right.
amazing songs, and all these other artists with Tony Braxton and everything else. So you to be in the repertoire with classic hits with him, I mean, that speaks so many volumes. So for
Absolutely.
sure, I'm just really blessed and amazed that I at 6 years old, I couldn't have been going to no movies to go see no way to sell. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, and I'm happy I did see it because I got to hear the beautiful voices of all these ladies, and for Whitney to pick all you guys to be on this classic soundtrack that's still 25 years old to this day, and people still remember it.
She had a
And
good
it's
ear.
amazing.
I would have listened to it too. She know what she's listening to, and she know what's good and what's not. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, what was your reaction when the movie and the soundtrack went #1 for 5 weeks? It went 7 times platinum,
I
and
don't
it
think I
went
was
diamond.
paying any attention as I had just had a baby.
Oh,
So
so you just
I was more focused on my kid. Just taking care of my baby. I received my plaque and everything like that. So I was happy about that I did get my plaque, but my focus wasn't really like there. I was just a new mother being mommy.
right.
Yeah. I don't think
Right.
that stuff hit me to maybe years later. And I'm like, wow, I'm really, I was proud to be a part of something so amazing.
And then I don't know if you noticed, Ms. Coko, in 2015, when Wait Till Exhale did make 20 years, they did an interview with Babyface, and he said Barbara Streisand said this was her favorite soundtrack. Did you know that? Yep.
So, that's nice to know.
Yes. And so for you to reach all type of platforms for all types of women, I think that's just amazing for that to even hit a woman like Barbara Streisand, and she's in the pop world. So coming from that in R&B, that's just amazing in its own right.
Oh, absolutely. That's
definitely
the thing.
I just wish y'all won a Grammy. I want y'all to win a Grammy for Album of the Year. Yeah. I feel that y'all had 11 Grammy nominations, ma'am.
Right.
Yeah, and definitely, and like I said, for it to go diamond, and I know it sold over worldwide 12 million copies. So I mean, for it to hear all across the world, for Wait Till Exhale to be this just empowering type of soundtrack, it just hits everybody in all platforms and all walks of life.
Great singers on there, so
Sante Moore, TLC, for real. I mean, I feel like y'all really, really deserve that Grammy because I mean, y'all worked hard, and the way I like what Forrest Whitaker did, the director of the movie, he pretty much took the lines of some of the scenes, and Babyface has pretty much made it into classic hits.
Yeah, but he's good. Babyface is good, like for that. I did a play one time, and he made it happen. Like that man is super talented. He's a genius.
Yes, he is.
I think he can write about anything.
Yep. I said he need to write my wedding vows if I ever get married.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. And so, like I said, for that to hit somebody like a Barbara Streisand, I just think that's just amazing. It just transcends all walks of life. So, I mean, for 25 years later, we still talking about Wait Till Exhale. I think this is just amazing. And All Night Long is just a classic that, people admire and love to this day. I had people hit me up and talking about some All Night Long. It's forever their jam. I remember this year I was coming back home because I had lost my father this year. And I just needed something to get my mind off, just to clear everything. And I put the Wait Till Exhale soundtrack, and I played y'all song when I was going back home. So I was like, I need to listen to this. I need to hear this. I need something just to get my mind off of, just the troubles of my life. So I definitely for sure play Wait Till Exhale.
Thank you.
No problem. Anytime. So now, 25 years later, your song actually has been sampled this year, Miss Coko, SWV.
Yes.
Yes, the group SWV class song All Night Long got sampled this year by Bryson Tiller.
I heard that.
This year, in 2020, the song Inhale. So what was your reaction when you first heard it, and like how did you feel that Bryson Tiller sampled your group's lyrics and Mary J. Blige's Not Gonna Cry?
I thought it was very nice of him to. He probably didn't do it. Whoever the producer was, put it together. That was cool. That they would even think to go back and use that song because that's not one of our more popular songs. I don't think I even knew how many people really knew the song and liked the song. In recent years, I'm just finding out. So just to see him reach back and reach for that one, and then mix it up with Mary J. Blige, I thought it was a creative idea.
I thought that was really dope. When I first heard it, I was like, that's SWV. I was like, oh my gosh, that was just so.
I forgot who told me. Somebody told me so on Instagram, and so I was like, send it to me, and they sent it to me. I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. It's very creative, and then I heard my voice. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and I just think it's great because I know it's off his album he called it Anniversary. So for him just to dedicate it in the time zone of Wait Till Exhale and his 5-year anniversary of his first album, I think that was just so dope how he just collabed those together.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I understand, Ms. Coko, I understand. So now, another question I wanted to ask you is, do you think soundtracks are missing in music today?
I don't know. Times have changed. Back then we had CDs. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, when I got a CD, I would be so excited. I was one of those people, I like to read everything in the CD. So now it's different because things are streaming. So it's so easy to just go and pick and listen to the song you may like. Because I'm like, do people still listen to the albums like from beginning to end. You know, I don't know how that works because I know for me, I cheat. I'll just listen maybe a second or two, and then I'll go to the next one, to the next one. So I don't know, but don't they still do soundtracks? They do.
They kind of do it. It's just not distributed like it used to be anymore.
Right.
I know for me, I get vinyls. So like vinyls for me
you
is
still
like
do?
Oh, wow. I got Brandy's vinyl, so you know Brandy's one of my favorite artists. So for me, I got her B7 album on vinyl. So yes, I love vinyl.
Okay.
It's just I think now, like you said, everything kind of recycles and comes back. And so for me, like looking at CDs, like you said, when we were growing up with like CDs, cassette tapes, that's the stuff I used to look at too. You know, when I used to, you know, get CDs and stuff like that, I used to look at the producers, the songwriters, you know, to give credit and give credit.
I want to know who's doing what, you know?
Yes, I agree.
Like now I'm just like, well, who produced this? I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm lost somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Yeah, me too. I'm young, but I have an old soul.
Yes.
Young, but an old soul.
A lot of young people are like that these days, though. They have old souls, so I get it.
Yes, ma'am. So now, if you had to describe one word about Waiting to Excel soundtrack, what word would it be, or words did you have to describe the soundtrack?
The soundtrack, it was amazing. And I say that because you had so many women that on that one soundtrack that was just so amazing to me. Everyone had their own sound.
Yep.
So everyone was great in their own right. And to have to pick who you want to be on there, I think that would have been hard for me. So just to sit, and you have to have that ear to know exactly, okay, who should we put on here? Who's gonna fit? You know, where are they gonna fit? So, and just to be in that number, I'm just saying the whole soundtrack was amazing, and you could listen to it from the beginning to the end and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if you listen to it now, you still can listen to it from the beginning to the end, and you'll think about certain scenes in the movie. You know, so whatever they were trying to do, they did that. So, and that to me, that just makes it amazing.
Yep, I agree. And if I had to describe words about the soundtrack, it's gonna be phenomenal Black women.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about the soundtrack. Because for me, looking up to a soundtrack like that, it showed me that, you know, Black women can really, really dominate a movie. And with that being said, when you guys and just all ladies in general just dominated that whole soundtrack and then took over the charts for over 49 weeks, that's huge.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't do that.
I don't think anybody probably really expected that. So when it happened, it's like, oh, okay, Black women can do this, you know. So yeah, that's just amazing.
Y'all were the Black Girl Magic before we know about Black Girl Magic.
right. Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. And I was just so amazing. Like I said, at 6 years old, for me, I wasn't worried about the scenes or nothing like that. But when I seen Whitney Houston, that really, really just, I was like, oh my God, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. And just looking at her beauty, and mind you, I didn't know she could even sing. So I'm just looking at her from an acting standpoint. Right. And when I finally got to see The Bodyguard, that really like just said it like, wow, this woman has a voice too. I was like amazed.
Do it all.
So phenomenal Black women. That's what I have to call the soundtrack, phenomenal Black women. And Terry McMillan, I'm just so thankful enough that she did it. And Forrest Whitaker, and then Forrest Whitaker called Babyface to even put the soundtrack on. That just really sealed the stamp that it was going to be iconic.
An amazing author. Terry McMillan could write her butt off. Like all of her books they were like back then, they were incredible.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, I know, did you hear that they're trying to bring Waiting to Excel on TV now?
Really?
They talked about it, I think 2 days ago, that Terry McMillan said they're in the process of now trying to put it on TV.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
That will be interesting, but I don't know. A lot of people kind of feel different because they want Whitney, you know, to be there. But, you know, because she's not here, it doesn't feel right.
You can't do that, even if she was.
I mean, like I said, I have mixed emotions, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, if it has to do justice, I mean, maybe it could be the kids. I don't know. We could see.
The kids. The kids.
I mean, we can. I mean, just to see a transition.
True. We'll see, but I don't know. I hope they don't mess it up.
Yeah, I hope they don't either, because if they try to do a soundtrack, I say y'all need to have, majority of everybody from the soundtrack back on.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We definitely will see. So, but like I said, I'm just really blessed and just happy that 25 years later that this soundtrack is to be celebrated. And I'm just so blessed to have you and Taj and Lily and Coko to just be here 28 years later to this day and still making iconic music. And just so blessed and proud that you also honor this soundtrack as well.
Oh yeah,
with you and your sisters with voices. Look,
thank you.
Anytime. But definitely for sure. Do you have any upcoming projects or any type of things that you're doing now? Since I know COVID's been kind of crazy, and they trying to find stuff going on. So hopefully, with our new president, we get stuff going.
I'm trying to retire. So.
Wait, hold up, y'all. Y'all see this on the live? She said she's gonna try. No, you're not. Miss Coko.
I'm 50 years old. I'm not trying to do this fast.
Maybe you don't even look 50. Black don't crack.
Yes, but you know, I'm thinking about doing a little something. Christmas. I don't want to call it a concert, but just a little. Sing some Christmas tunes in my house with my family and my friends with a little acoustic set. This time where we're going through with COVID, and sometimes people are not going to be able to be with their families like we usually are. So I just want to do something to uplift their spirits.
Right.
So do a little music like that. That's what I'm working on now. But we have to see, because hopefully COVID, they're saying COVID is going to get worse. So I have to see.
Coko, Miss Coko, you can't retire. I'm sorry. I haven't even got to see y'all in concert. I have not got to see y'all in concert.
What? Oh, Lord.
Because I was in grad school, and so, like I said, that took up so much of my time. And so, Miss Coko, you just rolled your eyes at me. So, no, ma'am. Look, you cannot do that to me.
You got to see us in concert. So.
Yes, I do.
I got to wait.
I'm to Texas.
Where are you located?
I currently live in Arlington, Texas, but I was saying I'm from Louisiana, but I live in Arlington, Texas. Like, that's close to Dallas, Texas.
So when COVID is over and we go out, you definitely have, and we come to your city, you definitely have to hit me up so I can hook you up so you can see us.
Oh, I am. And my friend JR, he's on the live right now. He's the R&B representative. He's a huge fan of you. He loves you. And he's very upset.
Where's he located?
He's located in Baltimore. JR, don't kill me. And like I said, he actually has heard that you just said retirement, so these people are mad at you. So look,
I am sad.
Look, they already going in on me because they already going to manager to talk about some. Look, you need to let her not retire. I'm like, look, y'all, Coko is 28 years in, y'all. Y'all need to let her have her moment.
Thank you.
Okay, point blank period.
30 years coming up, SWV. Hopefully COVID is gone so we can celebrate the right way. Celebrate this 30 years, and then I gotta go.
Yes. And next year, I'm so excited. Next year, New Beginnings is making 25 years, and I'm definitely gonna be having to do that. I'm gonna have to do something called thing called Song Relationships. And Song Relationships is this little segment I'm starting on my podcast. It's about, I take classic R&B songs from 10 plus years that are classic, iconic songs, and I break down the lyrics and I talk about them in real life situations. So I'm going to try to do You're the One, honey. I'm going to do You're the One.
Oh,
and I'm mad. Oh, no, I am. And let me tell you why I'm going to do You're the One, because Miss Coko, Louisiana, we bow down to SWV, like we are y'all the queen.
Yeah, I think I heard
the bounce version?
Yes!
Man, let me tell you, I was getting my life back in the day, shaking my tail to that song. I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, wait a minute, this talking about side chicks. I'm like, no. I was very upset.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we bounce all your music. Like, SWV to us in Louisiana, you're our number one ladies. Like, we love you so much down here. Especially in Texas too, but in Louisiana, we bow down to y'all.
I love Louisiana, so that makes me feel good.
Yes. Oh, thank you. But I am upset about You're the One. But I'm gonna do that next year for the 25th anniversary. Oh yes, ma'am.
Hey, Taj and I wrote that song.
She did. Taj wrote that.
Yeah. Just being bad. Just being bad.
Oh, I see. Look, Annette, look, I'm about to say Downtown. That was the one you didn't like.
No, and I didn't write that one, but Downtown, I didn't even really know what that song was about at first. Like that and then when I realized, I was like, oh.
Right.
Why are we singing that
again? Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask. Yes,
but
ma'am.
Just for everybody that's like, why y'all don't sing Downtown no more? Y'all keep getting caught up on TV. We have tried to sing Downtown, and it doesn't usually go over well in concert. They want to hear it, and then when we sing it, they're looking like, okay. So yeah, anyway, I got time for that.
Well, like I said, at the end of the day, is like I said, I have all your music on my phone, and like I said, one of my favorite songs that I really, really adore and love from y'all is actually you recreated Patti LaBelle song, Only If You Knew. That is my song.
Thank you.
And when I say you and Lily, baby, I almost snatched my whole wig. I said, I got to get my life. I play it almost every day. Do you hear me? Miss Coko, y'all did that.
Thank you.
Y'all did that. No,
that was one of my favorite songs when I was a teenager. I was a teenager when Miss Patti LaBelle put that song out. And I would sing that song in my house every day. My mother's like, could you shut up? But back then, I couldn't really hit the notes. So I just had to, I practiced for years to be able to hit that note. And, you know, I finally got it. So yeah, I love that song too. I don't always like it now because that song takes a lot out of you.
Baby, you and Lily did that, and I'm just so blessed and proud of your group and the legacy that y'all uphold for us 28 years counting. And like I said, and I'm just so proud of everything that you and your group has done, especially you, Ms. Coko. And like I said, I love Sunshine too. I remember singing that when I was 11. That was my song too. But I'm just so blessed. But do you have any last words that you want to say before we get off live? Anything that you want to say about Waiting to Excel?
I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for the love and support, for showing SWV so much love throughout the years. It's always a blessing to be a part of something so big and so amazing. I don't think anyone knew how big Waiting to Exhale was going to be. All we could do was hope and pray, and it was huge. So I'm always just, it's just a blessing to be a part of something like that, to even be thought of is a blessing. So I'm grateful, and SWV will go down in history, and that's always a good thing. So I thank God for all of that.
I appreciate that so much. And then I did have one more question because everybody keeps asking. They want to ask about the verses. Are you going to do the verses?
No.
Oh, now y'all heard that she's not doing the verses. No. They wanted to. Well, they saying now Jodeci is getting ready to do a versus battle.
With who?
That we don't know. That's a surprise. But I think I got a feeling.
Who are you feeling?
Boys to Men, and that's my group.
I'll watch it because I'll watch it because I'll watch it for a little while because I like Jodeci and I like Boys to Men. But I watched the last verses I watched was I don't remember.
Was it Brandy and Monica?
No.
Oh, you didn't watch that one?
I watched a little bit of that because I thought Brandy and Monica were going to be performing. And they didn't perform.
No, they were doing a verses. They were doing their
hits. I wanted them to get up and sing.
Me too.
Because I love Brandy and Monica. Then I got frustrated because I just feel like we want Brandy and Monica to do verses, but then we there was so much negativity around it. People trash. I hate that. Like, leave them girls alone. That pissed me off. The memes, all of that. That just pissed me off. Just let's watch and have a good time and rock.
And have a good time.
Music.
Exactly.
Hey, you like this one? You like that one? Great. I love both of them.
I love both of them. I'm a Brandy fan, but I love both of them.
I can sing Monica songs. I can sing Brandy songs. Just shut up and enjoy the music. Don't, you know, you don't have to put one down to uplift the other. That makes no sense.
That's right.
You know, so yeah, that upset me a lot. I had to really take a step back behind that because I was like, people just so rude, you know.
Yes.
So
and now I'm thinking about it too. I can understand why you may not be want to do stuff like that because of negativity. And that's why I said for me, like I said, you know, you can be a stan and stuff like that, but you can respect the other person.
Negativity and positivity don't go hand in hand. If it is, it's because you making it like that. Because it don't have to be like that. Negative, positive, miss me with all of that. If you don't like somebody, keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. You don't have to get up and spew your negativity.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how I see it, and I'm standing firm on that. Don't come back at me.
Baby, let me tell you, Coko, me and my friends are all that. We are the real deal. We, like I said, we are people that we don't care what you think. We are no cut people. We tell like it is, and we don't give okay.
Just enjoy life, you know. Enjoy life. You know? I mean, you know, but this is because because of COVID, and we're all sitting at home. So yeah. Yeah,
definitely for sure. Well, Miss Coko, thank you so much, and God bless you, and God bless you and your family during this time of COVID and everything. And like I said, you know, you stay safe. And like I said, I hope you do that Christmas, the Christmas thing that you want to do, Christmas song, because I'm ready to hear some Christmas stuff now.
I'll let you know. I will definitely keep you posted.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, thank you so much, and God bless you, and congratulations on the 25th anniversary of the Waiting to Excel soundtrack. And everybody is saying that they love you and wish you so many blessings to you. And tell Taj and Lily I said hello. And let me say this before I do get off the line. Lily, if I ever get married, you come to my bachelorette party. I swear to God, you are coming. She is funny. She is hilarious. I love her so much. And like I said, congratulations to all you ladies. And like I said, when hopefully COVID, you know, is free of everything, I definitely do want to see you ladies in concert. And I'm just excited. And congratulations on this beautiful, iconic album. Many blessings and everything. And guys, make sure to tune in. Also at 5 o'clock, I'm coming back. I'm coming back with Miss Q. She was friends with Whitney Houston. She was actually the Fanatic fan who actually met Whitney Houston, and we're going live on Phone Relationships. We are going to be doing Count on Me. We are celebrating Count on Me.
Cool beans.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless you, Miss Coko, and happy anniversary. Yes, and love you too. And like I said, we'll tell everybody I said hello. Many blessings, and God bless you and your family and your beautiful mother too.
Thank you so much.
You know she don't play either.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless you, guys. Tune in at 5 o'clock, and I'll be coming back right back again with my next interview.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Miss Coko. Bye-bye. God bless you.